First of all, I am not going to say some certain words in this video, and I replace those with different words, because of rules regulations. You have to understand them yourself. So, the anime name that I'm going to talk about today is Shimoneta, a boring world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. If you are too much into anime, I am sure that you hear this name before for sure. Maybe in any recommendations or from someone else's mouth. By the way, why I called this series Kama Sutra of Anime? Well, it's simple, because this series is all about 6. Yup, 6. Every joke around 6. Every character into 6. Every emotion here just about 6. Also, who don't know the meaning of Kama Sutra? Kama Sutra is an Indian word. In simple, Kama Sutra means learn or teach about 6 or desires. In a world where dirty jokes don't exist, and just mention of a 6 organ can get you thrown in jail, a hero must rise as a symbol for all things lewd. The mysterious Blue Snow, proudly wearing panties over her face and armed with naughty images and a foul mouth, aims to overthrow the government's strict oppression and bring back the art of filth. Tanuki Okumura, the son of an infamous hero terrorist, has chosen to not follow in his father's footsteps but instead led a life of morality in order to chase his dream girl Anna Nishinomiya. However, when he has an encounter with Blue Snow, aka Yamikyu, his plans are ruined. Blue Snow's new hero terrorist organization. This is just a preview of this series. Well, a few weeks ago, I watched another 6 comedy named Norin, a show I enjoyed a fair bit, and which I praised for how far it was willing to push the envelope in terms of raunchiness. However, after watching Shimoneta, a boring world where the concept of boring jokes doesn't exist, I have quickly come to realize that being as lewd as possible does not make for a funny show, as, despite pushing things about as far as they can go, Shimoneta is an utter failure. I'll be totally blunt and to the point. I think that Shimoneta is fundamentally broken as a comedy series. When I talk about comedy anime, I normally like to add in a little passage about how, despite the fact that I either liked or didn't like the comedy in question, others might disagree, such as the incredibly subjective nature of comedy. However, I can't help but feel that Shimoneta actually defies this. Although the setup is pretty good, parodying dystopian futures seen in the likes of Psycho Pass, it is completely wasted. I genuinely do not think it's possible to actually think this kind of show is funny, unless you've yet to leave primary school. The main problem is that there actually aren't any jokes here. I mean, the script writers clearly thought they were writing jokes, but I think to qualify as a joke, you actually have to put an ounce of thought into the script. What seems to qualify as a joke in Shimoneta is simply saying or showing something 6 dual. That's it. To give an example of what passes for comedy, there is a gag where Yami simply rolls on the floor repeating the words like banana and vegetable over and over. See what I mean? That pretty much sums up 90% of the comedy, and it is painfully unfunny. Admittedly, there is a way to make that kind of comedy work, and that's when the viewer doesn't see it coming. For example, in episode 2 of the Slice of Life comedy hero manga Sensei, there is a gag where you see a cute, innocent girl who suddenly says, "I love Deck." It is totally strange and comes from absolutely nowhere. All of the characters in Shimoneta are acting perverted 24/7, so you're always prepared to see something spicy. Therefore, it's neither shocking nor funny. It's just dull. Perhaps the most offensive part of Shimoneta is its portrayal of rope as funny. Yes, can you believe? Throughout the series, protagonist Okumura is 6 truly assaulted on several occasions and almost ripped. Play rope for laughs disgusting enough, but it doubles down on the awful stigma that 6 truly assault and rope against men is something not to be taken seriously, to a point where I actually find it genuinely offensive. This is not the only thing. This series has so many things that may offend you. Shimoneta is really like a bad version of Kama Sutra in anime. The protagonist or main character, and everyone else is just some characters that you really can't connect. No kidding! It's disgusting. Technically speaking, Anna Nishinomiya is a character who starts as morally upstanding before becoming a pervert. But her character doesn't really change for the better. She just turns from a dull and bland romantic interest into a perverted romantic interest. Perhaps a greater variety of characters might have helped mix up the comedy a bit to prevent stagnation. But unfortunately, that isn't the case. If there is any kind of saving grace here, it's exclusively based in the technical aspects of the show, like the animation, voice acting, and music. Although they do great here, it actually saddens me a bit that JC staff, the studio behind a certain scientific railgun, Tiradara and Little Busters, had to work on such an awful project. The series is available in English dubbed too. English dubbed is good, but Shimoneta is certainly a series you'll want to watch in Japanese, if you really want to watch. Man, I can't watch it again. Okay, that's it for today. Make sure to subscribe Thunderpoke, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye and have a good day.